Capricorn, this is your ethereal news for the month of February 2021. So Capricorn, we start off the month with, there's this little small financial opportunity coming up for you. And this can also be a small little work project, or it's going to be I just want to say it's going to be this, this little side gig that creates a little bit of financial support. And also this could be, I feel like this little side gig that can give you some financial support that's coming up this month. It's something that has been a slow process, but it's been in the works for quite some time now too. So it's just starting to kind of like produce fruits at the beginning of this month. Okay, and then as we move further down at the beginning of the month for you, Capricorn, I see that there was this, I feel like there was this love for, there was something offered to you in the past that you're kind of getting over, and I want to say it has something that connects with I feel like somebody offered you it's because at the beginning of the month, what I had just mentioned to you about this little side gig, this little financial support endeavor that has been a slow process. It's kind of just now producing fruits, but it's been in the works. It's like I feel like because it was so slowly coming together, it's like it's coming back to you. It's being offered back to you. I feel like that whatever this was, there was like some love for it, but it wasn't, you didn't quite care really in the past. I mean, that's why things have kind of just been so slow, because you really haven't been concentrated on it. But it's like, it's starting to plague back in your mind, because whatever you got going on in this little side gig, this little material financial endeavor, you're starting to gain some more excitement for it. Okay, so it's like it hasn't went anywhere. It's just been a slow process, but it was kind of like you were just like, oh, if anything happens with it, fine. If not, you didn't really care. But you're starting to care again as it's starting to produce fruits. Okay? And it was like something that you didn't really want to do for the money. It was kind of just like something that you did as like a hobby that took up just a little bit of your time because you had some sort of interest in it, but you've been so busy with other things. That's why this little thing has been kind of like on the back burner. But you're starting to you know, regain this connection with it, and it's building up some excitement. So let's see what else is going down further. So I feel like you haven't been able to put really any energy into this little side project, this side gig, because I feel like in the past you have really been standing your ground. I mean, you've had this wall up. I feel like your energy has really been tested. So maybe that's another reason why you couldn't really start anything new, because maybe just your energy, something was really draining you. And I don't know if it was some past relationship that you were getting out of or whatnot, but something had really been draining you, and you've been keeping the wall up, and it's kind of impacted your energy level, but that's in the past. And this little side gig that you're getting more excited over, and you're finding this connection, you're like reconnecting back with this like little hobby that you had going on. You're regaining this connection because you're feeling happy again. So this little connection that's being regained is just letting you know that, hey, the past is the past. You can move forward, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing to this project. Yeah. And as we go towards the middle of the month, Capricorn, I feel like your energy has been really scattered. Okay, your energy has been really scattered, and as we go in the middle of the month, you know, you're like reflecting a lot this month. You're reflecting a lot on where you spent your time, because I feel like your time and your energy has been really important to you in the recent past, okay? And you're kind of just like, who did you give your love to? You know, who were you working for? If you're still working for them, great. But it's like you're like reflecting this month, and you're just like thinking to yourself, who have I been giving my love to, and who have I been giving my support to? Who have I been contributing my time and energy to? Because you're like looking at what you've been putting out in the world, and you're like ready for a return. That's what this read is really starting to come together and be clear to me, because at first, the first month was kind of just like, okay, what's going on here? I had to like, you know, pull some more cards, but now it's looking clear to me. This month is kind of like a real big reflective stage that you're in, and you're just like summing everything up, and you're like looking over the receipts, and you know, you're just like, where have you been spending your time and energy, what you've been putting out there, and you're like ready for your return. Maybe your tax return. Aren't we all ready for that? But I feel like you're starting to understand too, like who you're giving your love to. It affects your ability to manifest material wealth, and it affects your energy levels. So I feel like you're being more aware of that too, Capricorn. Let's see. So you're also thinking about, I feel like something just didn't go in your favor at work too, or you were in the courts for some reason and something didn't quite work out in your favor, and you heard a verdict or something happened at work, and your boss or some coworker or something happened where you got news that you didn't want, and it's affecting your I feel like it's affecting you financially, because you're waiting for like some finances to come through, and also I feel like maybe this is your partner too. I feel like maybe you and your partner haven't been on the same terms lately, and you guys are figuring that out, but it's affecting a lot of financial things. It's affecting the bills. It's affecting yeah, what's coming into the house and what's going out. I mean, it's affecting everything having to do with finances. But you still got a lot of love here. And I feel like through all this reflective stage, because I feel like that's what this whole month is about for you. It's like you reflecting, because this is stuff that you're getting over, actually. I don't see this happening this month. Now, I see that this is something that you're reflecting about, because it's like Capricorn, you're like that oak tree where you learn from your experiences, so you want to gain everything and just like put it all within the trunk of your tree, you know? And it's like you're gaining a lot of emotional stability because of it. So it's like I see that you have a lot of love right now for your family, for your spouse, for yourself. And I feel like this whole reflective month is really put you in this position where you have a lot to be grateful for too. That's why you are feeling like you're in this emotionally attuned and this emotionally advanced state because of what has happened in the past, what has come to pass with everything we just mentioned. But yes. So let's see what transpires at the end of the month. Okay, so at the end of the month, Capricorn, I want to just say, don't take everything everyone says so lightly. Pay attention to what they're telling you, but also take it with a grain of salt. I think that will really help keep this ability to be grateful for what you have and to be able to move forward with more grace and more mental clarity, okay? Because I see the ego trying to come in at the end of the month and stir some things up. So let's get our ego in check so we can be clear about what's really actually being said and what people actually mean by what they say, okay? Yeah, because I feel like at the end of the month, you're going to hear a lot. I don't necessarily think it's you saying this or you being this way with your words, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication around you, and you're going to hear a lot. And I feel like it's going to be at home and at work, but it's going to be stuff that's really unclear. You're going to ask, or you're going to think to yourself, like, why are people saying these things, and what does it mean, and are they sure, and, you know, and are they also lying to me, and are they keeping things from me? So a lot of that kind of stuff is going to go on. And like I said, just take everything with a grain of salt and keep your ego in check, because you don't have really much control over other people's ego, but keep your ego in check, Capricorn. That's going to be key for you to kind of just surf through this energy going towards the end of the month, okay? Because what we close with, Capricorn, we close with there's going to be something that it's like I said, this month is going to be based on a lot of reflecting and nourishing that side project that I was talking about at the beginning of the month, but which is probably there to take your mind off of some things, because I feel like you went through quite the emotional roller coaster. So you're also getting emotional balance this month, but it's a lot of reflecting. And then at the end of the month, because of just all the turbulence that was like stirred up, at the end of the month, you're going to be faced with a lot of this sense of, I don't want to say shadiness, but I don't think that shadiness is the term, but there's a pinch of shadiness into this mental unclarity, because people are going to be seeing some things that just don't really make sense to you and aren't clear. And you're also going to feel like there's going to be stuff that's not revealed to you. And actually, I feel like at the end of the month, everything will be revealed to you, because everything's going to be broken down in such a way where, you know, if it was a house of cards, that's just going to all be blown away, and you're going to see who was stable and who wasn't stable, or what was stable and what wasn't stable. So it's going to be like, there's going to be some like breaking down at the end of the month of something that needed to go out of your life, so something else that could better serve you would come in, okay? And this could also be, I feel like this could also be the destruction of your ego. Like, I feel like maybe this has a lot to do with how far you've come as far as mastering your ego and keeping your ego in check and keeping your ego healthy. Because I feel like maybe this is you growing up, and, you know, your ego is going to be broken down at the end of the month, because you can no longer put up with your ego telling you things that are causing emotional imbalances and causing a blockage of your ability to financially materially manifest abundance on all kinds of levels. But I feel like yeah, the destruction of your ego is definitely going to be broken down at the end of the month, and it's needing to happen, because I feel like you're growing up to some bit as far as like having a healthy ego. That way you can be more emotionally stable, and everything you went through and you're reflecting on this month is giving you this vision of seeing how you think about all the precautionary vibes and warnings your ego is trying to give you that may necessarily be false. So it's causing a lot of blockages to your ability to manifest wealth, and it's causing emotional instability, and it's causing you to not be able to really think clearly about, you know, the vibes you get from other people and stuff. So there's like a slight hint of paranoia in there too that needs to go. So I feel like, you know, really, not only is this a reflective month, but this is all about a process that you've been going through that has everything to do with your ego and the destruction of it in a healthy way. That way you can mature a bit and grow up a bit regarding all of what we just mentioned, Capricorn. So let's get you a Law of Attraction card. The Law of Attraction is always matching, quote Buddha. funny how we got this card and this major arcana is right here in the middle of the end of the month. But here it is. So intuition. My intuition guides me to people, places, and jobs that I enjoy. Yeah, so I feel like Capricorn, within this read, it does explain a lot of breaking down of the ego and you being able to really, because you have the King of Cups that showed up, which I read as it being you becoming more emotionally leveled up. So this is like kind of just your ego being reborn in a healthy way, and parts of your ego that didn't serve you is being destroyed and gotten rid of. And the universe is helping you to be more intuitive as far as listening to your gut and having those gut feelings so that you're not so unsure of what things mean, because it's affecting you financially and your ability to manifest, and it's also affecting your relationships and your energy levels. So you've kind of like, gotten through all that and been reflecting about that, and you've become wise about it. But this is just another step in the right direction that the universe is guiding you in, and you're going to be able to, with all this happening in your life, at the end of it, you're going to be able to really kind of use your intuition more strongly in a more effective way, and you're going to be able to be more mentally clear about how others' persona is personified out towards you, and you're going to be able to take it in and decipher it in a healthy way. Okay, Capricorn? So let me grab Fred so Fred can give some more insight. Fred, say hi to all the Capricorns out there.
Hi, Capricorns. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm just here with Lady Bree, helping her with her tarot horoscopes. So, I'm going to give a little brief summation, Capricorn, and see if there's anything else I can add to your read that could be of some use to you, Capricorn. So let me just take a minute to look at this spread, okay?
Oh, Fred, you're so helpful. So, you see Capricorn's spread right there? What do you think about it? Is there anything you could share with them and tell them?
Well, Capricorn, I see that this month for you, you have really experienced a lot of things that do make you wiser. I know, Capricorn, that you are that oak tree at the end. So I feel like with you, you start out with a lot of things you have to overcome in your childhood and in your early adolescence, but you gain a lot of wisdom from it. And then when you get older, you become more responsible, and that's what this whole read looks like. It looks like you had quite the journey of the Capricorn at the beginning stages that wants to raise Billy Hell and then grows up to be a solid oak tree and wise and someone that could really mentor and help others within this 3D world that we exist in.
Wow, Fred, that's very helpful. I don't know how you saw that and I didn't.
Well, Lady Bree, this is just a logical look at the spread. I mean, if you know anything about the earth signs, Capricorn, that's just a lot of the similarities with the thread they've been woven into. And that's what the spread looks like to me. It looks like that this Capricorn is, or the Capricorns that are experiencing this energy this month, are integrating their shadow side, which is Cancer, intuition, and becoming more emotionally stable and being able to really showcase the best parts of being a Capricorn. And how they can heal their ability to manifest and provide for themselves and their family, because that's super important to them. So, Capricorn, that's what I got for you, and now I'll be talking to you next month because we got Sagittarius to do next, and I'm getting a little tired myself tonight.
Well, Fred, thank you so much for coming in and sharing some insight with Capricorn. I know they appreciate it. Thank you, Fred.
Mwah. Mwah. All right, Capricorn, I'll see you guys next month. Thank you so much.
All right, Capricorn, that is your ethereal news for February 2021. Take care. Oh, Fred.